Good day, and welcome to Hiroshima University's English Podcast. Hi, everyone. I'm Joe.
And I'm Kei.
And today we're talking about something very important when you travel abroad to a lot of countries. We're talking about...
Tipping!
That's right, tipping. Kind of giving a little extra money for the service you receive. Kei, what do you think about tipping?I
think it's a good part of culture, but sometimes I don't know how much I have to pay.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult sometimes. That's
right. And Joe, I have a question for you.
Okay.
In which countries do we need to tip?
In which countries do we need to tip? Good question. Let's find out.
皆さんこんにちは、今回は日本ではあまりする必要がないチップを渡す文化についてお話ししたいと思います。日本では全然やらないんですけど、外国ではとっても大事な、文化だったりするので、ぜひぜひここで学んでくださいね。So Joe, in which countries do we need to tip?
Okay, first of all, I'll tell you the countries where you should never tip, right?
Okay.
One is actually South Korea, and another is Japan, of course.
Right.
You should never tip.Because it's so strange that they might even think it's an insult.
ね、なんか変な感じ、ちょっと侮辱されてるのかなみたいな感じがして、とってもなんか、
Right,
って思っちゃうか
the
ら。
people, if you give a tip in Japan, as you all know, people will think it's very,
これは
very
何のためのお
strange.
金なんだって思われてしまいますからね。
That's right. Okay, and then there's some other countries where you also should not give a tip.Because they'll probably feel surprised or confused. For example, Spain.
Oh, really?
And Peru. Thailand, and Mongolia.
Okay.
So you should not really tip in these countries too, because they might feel surprised and confused. Okay, these are the countries where you should almost never tip. But there are some countries where it's not expected, but they might be happy if you do it.
別に期待されてないけど、やっても別にいいよっていう国もあるんですね。
Right, so you probably should not do it. It's not expected, but they might be happy. For example, China.
Okay.
Or Belgium in Europe. Belgium.
ベルギーですね。
Switzerland, right? Or Brazil in South America, right? And then there's some countries where you can give a very small tip. Again, it's not expected to give a tip, but you can if you really want to.
Okay.
For example, you can round up the bill a little bit.
ちょっと端数をおまけしてあげることがチップになったりするんですね。
Right. For example, in France, in Italy, right? In these countries, you can round up the bill a little bit if you want, but it's not expected. You don't really need to give a tip.
Okay, 義務ではないんですね。
That's right.And then there's some countries where, again, it's not expected, but you can give a tip. If you want, like a small tip, like 5% or 10% of the bill.
Okay.
For example, in Australia, or Turkey, or India, or Argentina.
アルゼンチンですね。
Right. Usually you don't need to give a tip.
Okay.
But if you want to give a small 5% or 10%, they'll probably like it.
Okay, it's up to you.
So these are all countries where you probably don't need to give a tip. But there are some countries where you really should give a small tip like 10% or 15% of the service. For example, in Canada and Mexico, Poland, Ukraine, and in South America, Chile. You really should give maybe a 10 or a 15% tip. Right, a small tip, right? And then there's the one country where you should give a little larger tip of 15% or 20%, even 20%, and that's the United States.
Oh, really?
Right.
Wow. So, Joe, in the United States, when should we tip?
Okay, good question. When should you tip in the United States? First of all, there's some places and times that you don't need to tip.
Okay.
For example, fast food, or if you go to McDonald's or something, you don't need to tip. Or if you have a takeaway coffee, for example, at Starbucks or something like that, no tip is really expected. But especially you should give a 15 or 20% tip if you go to a sit-down restaurant.
Okay.
Right? The reason you're giving this 15 or 20% tip is you're kind of saying thank you to the waitress or the waiter for the very nice service like that. Right. And also the salaries of these people is not so high, so they really need it. Right.
Right. 助けてあげるつもりでっていうことですね。
That's right. And if the service is bad, if the service is kind of bad, you can give a smaller tip, of course, 10%, for example.
Okay.
You're really kind of saying clearly with only 10% that the service was kind of bad, right? 15 or 20% would be better, more normal, okay? And one more interesting situation for restaurants is that if you have a large group, for example, at a wedding or something,
団体さんで行った時ってことですね。
right.
はいはいはい。
It might say on the bill, gratuity included.
gratuity でお心づけとかっていうことですね。もう、価格の中にすでに含まれているので、チップは必要ありませんっていうことですね。
That's right. So if it says gratuity included on your bill, that means do not give a tip, okay? Because you're already paying it already.
Right. なるほどね。
Okay, a few other places where you do want to give a tip in America is, for example, at a bar.
なるほど。
Right, if you buy one drink,
Yes.
usually about $1 tip is good.
Okay.
Right? One drink, $1, easy rule, right?
Right.
And other people who you should give tips to are, of course, taxi drivers, hairdressers and barbers, or delivery people. Right. Again, maybe a 15% tip for them is very nice, right? Another person you might give a tip to are the people who carry your bags at the airport or in a hotel. It's an expensive hole, right? For each bag, you can give maybe $2. That's about 200 yen, right? So it's not so much, right?
Not too expensive.
And finally, a person who you might give a tip to are the maids who clean your hotel room.
ホテルで部屋の清掃をしてくれる業者さんのことですね。
Right. This only a small tip will be very appreciated. For example, one night for $5 or $10. That's like 500 yen or 1,000 yen, something like that. They also would really appreciate your tip.
Okay. で、今日のダイアログのシチュエーションはあるレストランでの一場面です。まずはゆっくりなスピードで聞いてみましょう。
Good evening, ma'am. What can I get for you?
I don't know. Any recommendations?
Well, our grilled lobster is always the best recommendation. And our special dish this month is buttered oysters. And since today is Friday, we have poutine as a side dish for any main course.
Actually, I'm allergic to seafoods, so...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get you the beef and chicken menu. I'll be right back.
Wait, I'm actually... he's gone.
Here you go, ma'am. This is the beef and chicken menu. We have Mongolian beef, rosemary roasted chicken, teriyaki chicken, and as I told you, since today is Friday, the poutine side dish service is still included.
Well, sorry to say this, but I'm also a vegetarian.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'll get you the vegetarian menu immediately. Just a moment. I'll be right back in a second. Here you go, ma'am. This is the salad menu. We have Caesar, Waldorf, and Cobb salad. And I really recommend the mushroom cream soup. Anyway, since today is Friday, but you are vegetarian, we can serve garlic parmesan roasted potatoes instead of poutine as a side dish.
Oh wow, that's so nice. Let me think.
Take your time, ma'am?
Well, can I have a glass of water first, please?
Okay, sure.
Oh my goodness, this is a really difficult customer that this waiter has to deal with, right?
Yeah.
She should give him a very big tip, like 50%,
Right.
I think.
でこのダイアログの中では全然チップをあげるっていう話をしてないんですけど、ものすごくいろいろ要求をしているので、この女の人はいっぱいチップをこのウェイターさんにあげた方がいいですねっていうお話でした。
Yes, it's kind of a funny dialogue.
でまず、今日の一番最初の面白い単語に行きたいんですけど、ウェイターさんの男の人が、お客様どうかなさいましたかっていう風に、カスタマーの女性に話しかけていますね。Ma'am で成人している女性に対して失礼のない呼びかけですね。
Right, especially you hear about this in restaurants and stores like that. So you say ma'am for women, of course, or sir for men, right? But in other situations, like at school and stuff like that, you don't really need it. But you'll hear about it in restaurants and things like that.
で、女性がウェイターに対して今日のおすすめは何ですかっていうふうに聞いていますね。こちらのウェイターさんがおすすめとしていくつかシーフードを挙げてくれます。今日は金曜日なのでどんなメインのコースにもプーティーンが副菜としてついてきますよっていうふうに言ってます。で、このプーティーンっていうのは、カナダでよく食べられているフライドポテトのことなんですけど、チーズとグレイビーソースが乗ってます。で、グレイビーソースっていうのは、What is it, Joe?
Okay, it's kind of a dark sauce that you put on potatoes.
Okay.
Right? Gravy.
Gravy.
Right. So again, this poutine is kind of French fries with some little piece of cheese in it and the brown gravy, especially in Canada and also eastern part of the United States, like the Northeast, like Boston or New York. You might find it there too.
で、a side dish for any main course で、すべてのメインのコースに対する副菜という意味ですね。
Right, so again, it's like the salad or the potatoes, not the meat or the fish, like that. The other stuff. They're called side dishes. What side dishes do you want, for example?
で、ここで女性は、すいません、私、シーフードアレルギーなんですよっていう風に言います。To be allergic to something で、何々に対してアレルギーを持っているという意味になります。
Right, for example, you can say, He is allergic to pollen.
Okay, 花粉にアレルギーがあるってことですね。
That's right. Or she is allergic to cat hair, like that. Kei, are you allergic to anything?
Fortunately, I am not allergic to anything.
Very good. Very good.
Are you allergic to anything, Joe?
No, I'm not allergic
Yeah.
to
Lucky
anything.
us.
Very lucky. Right.
で、男のウェイターさんが、すいませんって言って肉料理のメニューを持ってきてくれます。でどうぞ、here you go っていう風に言ってメニューを渡します。
Yeah, very easy.
Right,
Here you go. Here you go.
Here you go. そう、なんか元気な感じで言ってくださいね。で、モンゴル風のステーキとか、あとチキンのローズマリー焼きなんかがありますよって言ってますが、じゃあ、what is this Mongolian beef?
Right, Mongolian beef is like sliced beef. Sliced beef.And you put some onions in it and green onions too.
Okay, ネギですね。
Right, and then you put it all on rice usually, right? It's called Mongolian beef.
モンゴル風ステーキですね。
Right, and this rosemary roasted chicken, rosemary, as you might know, is a herb.
ハーブの一種ですね、ローズマリー。
Right, and it makes the chicken a little sweeter. It tastes a little sweeter.Right, and it goes this rosemary herb goes very good with like garlic and butter, like
and
that.
And it smells really good.
Yes.
で、お肉料理を説明してくれたんですが、ここでまた女性が注文をつけます。すいません、私ベジタリアンなんですって言うんですね。で、男の人が、じゃあサラダのメニュー持ってきますって言ってメニューを持ってきてくれますが、ここでサラダという発音に注意していただきたいです。Joe, how do you pronounce it?
Salad.
Salad です。サラダって言わない
Everyone say that in a loud voice. Okay, salad.
Salad.
It's never sarada, right? Salad. You can do it. It's very easy.
最後のダをあんまり強く発音しない方がいいですね。それはぽく聞こえます。Salad.
Good.
で、ここで、ウェイターさんがいろんな salad についてお話ししてくれるんですけど、例えばどんなのがあるかっていうと、Caesar, Waldorf salad, Cobb salad っていうのがあるんですけど、Joe, what are they?
Yes, there's various types of salad that you meet a lot when you're in other countries. And one is Caesar salad. It's kind of with lettuce in it, and they put some garlic and lemon juice and olive oil and black pepper in it and Parmesan cheese.
Which Joe doesn't like.
That's right. Parmesan cheese is in Caesar salad, so I don't like Caesar salad. Right. And another salad they mention here is called Waldorf salad.
Waldorf salad.
Right. Especially you'll see this in America, and it's instead of lettuce or cabbage in it, it has fruits and nuts in it.
Okay, so フルーツサラダってことですね。
Right. So the fruit would be like, for example, little pieces of apples or grapes, and the nuts would especially like walnuts.
くるみですね。ほうほうほう。
That's right. And also they put other things like celery in there, like that. It's called a Waldorf salad. And the final special salad that they have here, it's called a Cobb salad. This is also especially in the United States, and it's kind of chopped lettuce.
角切りのレタスが入ってるんですね。ほうほうほう。
Right, so chopped lettuce and tomatoes are in there, and some little pieces of bacon, maybe a little piece of chicken, avocado, and cheese are in there, like
お腹
that.
にたまるタイプのサラダですね。などなどありますよと教えてくれました。Joe, is that the all for today?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. So with that, let's listen to the dialogue at natural speed.
Good evening, ma'am. What can I get for you?
I don't know. Any recommendations?
Well, our grilled lobster is always the best recommendation, and our special dish this month is buttered oysters. And, since today is Friday, we have poutine as a side dish for any main course.
Actually, I'm allergic to seafoods, so...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get you the beef and chicken menu. I'll be right back.
Wait, I'm actually... he's gone.
Here you go, ma'am. This is the beef and chicken menu. We have Mongolian beef, rosemary roasted chicken, teriyaki chicken, and as I told you, since today is Friday, the poutine side dish service is still included.
Well, sorry to say this, but I'm also a vegetarian.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'll get you the vegetarian menu immediately. Just a moment. I'll be right back in a second. Here you go, ma'am. This is the salad menu. We have Caesar, Waldorf, and Cobb salad. And I really recommend the mushroom cream soup. Anyway, since today is Friday, but you are a vegetarian, we can serve garlic parmesan roasted potatoes instead of poutine as a side dish.
Oh wow, that's so nice. Let me think.
Take your time, ma'am.
Well, can I have a glass of water first, please?
Okay, sure.
Okay, everyone. So today we talked about tipping, right?
Yay.
If when you go to another country, you often need to tip.
Yes.
This year, of course, with this corona problem, we can't really go to other countries. But next year, undoubtedly, you can go to another country.
Yes.
Everybody, try to set your goal for going to another country next
make
year.
economy better.
That's right. And also try to tip if it's necessary, right?
Yes.
And we'll see you next time at Hiroshima University's English Podcast. Bye.
Bye-bye. Welcome to questions from our listeners.
Yeah, questions from our listeners. And what's the question this week, Kay?
It's from Shiho in Aichi Prefecture. Thank you, Shiho.
What's the question, Shiho?
It's to you, Joe.
Okay.
And have you ever eaten ice cream with a bucket? What?
Ice cream with a bucket.
What?
You know, these things that you, like a pail, a bucket, right?
Bucket.
Does that mean a lot of ice cream?
I think so.
I'm not sure about this. But anyway, it's true that American quantities of food, the quantities of food are very big. So is she asking me, have I eaten a lot of ice cream? The answer is probably yes, because sometimes it's so good that you eat a lot. But a bucket, no, I can't say that much.
Ice cream full of buckets.
Right. Or buckets that are absolutely full of ice cream. That's what you mean. Right. Good. Sorry, I'm not sure about this one. I had to say no. I haven't eaten a whole bucket.
Okay. いかがでしたかね。それではまだまだ私たちへの文化的な質問、個人的な質問をお待ちしております。Twitter、Facebook、アプリのレビューや書き込みでどんどん質問を送ってください。バイ。